50,000 peso a day. The Metro Hospital, Chinese hospital, I was surprised, is really expensive. And they won't give me a price, but they turned around and said it's going to be near 200,000. However, the doctor's operation fee at the Chinese hospital was 90,000 if you pay cash, and if you go through the hospital it's 140,000 because they include the taxes. Interesting, that one, isn't it? And so that's giving you an overview of private and public. Now, on public hospital, when you have this thyroid, you have to have this iodine radiotherapy. SPMC don't do it. You have to go to Davao Doc. There are only two hospitals that do it. It's Metro, Chinese hospital, or Davao Doc. And it's 75,000 for the course. Now, I don't know what the course is, but each treatment is 25,000 and you need 3 treatments. So if you go public, go into the public sector and you're in the public hospital, you still need to turn around and go and get the iodine radiotherapy, which will come from your urology department, which is in the cancer department, SPMC. So once the ENT have done the operation, they then pass you over to the Cancer Institute, and the Cancer Institute will then look after your rehabilitation and your radiotherapy. There's no chemo and there's no medication to turn around and take around this area. People think you can take a pill and it will dissolve. No, you have to take it out. Once it starts, you've got to get it out. So that's where we are at the moment. So Priam's going to come back and he's going to go into the public hospital. However, once the public hospital operation is completed, then we have to go to the private sector to get the iodine in radiotherapy, and that will be 100 days as of this week. Now, the 100-day waiting list in the public hospital depends on people having other tests and coming off the list. So if you've got a problem and you need to go and get another CT scan and you need to go and get another, so your operation is penciled in for this day, that will stop, and the person that's underneath them will be moved up. So 100 days is for Priam, so that's going to be 3 months. So it's September, October and November. Personally, I think the operation will happen maybe in December, because I don't think a lot of people want to have operations over the Christmas period with their family. January and February and March, yeah, they'll be back in the hospital and the waiting list will turn around and climb. I think people will delay. That's only my opinion. I might be wrong, but when Annie went into hospital at Christmas, the hospital at San Pedro was empty. There was no operation. There was very few operations happening, because what they were turning around telling us was nobody wanted to go into hospital at Christmas and spoil the Burr month celebration and the Christmas celebration. So the person that was ill stayed ill, but then went back in January and February. So that's where we are now. The difference between it, Priam didn't like the process in the private hospital, because he didn't understand it. Because when you go to a private hospital, you go in, you do the triage very quick, because there's not a lot of people in the queue, and then you turn around and then you go and see the consultant. The consultant in a private hospital is normally the person that's going to operate, whereas in the public hospital it's not. So in the public hospital you have a medical practitioner, and you'll end up with a clerk that will take your notes, pass that to the surgeon. The surgeon will then look at the information and then factor in the surgery. Within the private hospital, the person you're talking to, like here, when we went to this hospital here at Langan and the one we did at San Pedro, we spoke to the doctor. that would do the operation. It wasn't somebody else, it was the actual doctor that would actually look at it, go like that and say. So here we went in on the Tuesday. They turned around and said that they could do the operation on the Friday. 3 days. Then you stay in hospital for 3 days. You pay 50,000, and I've already covered this, 50,000 peso a day, $900 a day. And I have this discussion with Annie because they turn around and say it's the procedure. No, the operation is the procedure on day 1, and then you need a room so you can recover. Day 2 and day 3, you're not doing any operation, but they still charge you $900 or 50,000 peso, the same as day 1. So the fees are hospital room, hospital room, hospital room. Procedure is carried out by the doctor. So the first day is just your procedure and your operation and your recoup. Day 2 is they'll come and look at you, check you over, and then disappear. Day 3 they come back, the consultant comes back. But what I turned around and said to Annie, and I said to Priem, you could get your operation done and then check into a hotel, and a hotel will charge you 5,000 peso a night. You're going to get a private room, you can have your family come and stay, which you need to. Now, all hospitals in the Philippines require a carer or a person to accompany you and stay with you. Not like other countries where the nurses and the orderlies look after you and monitor your condition, and they do the checks and they do the medication and stuff like that. You have to have somebody staying in that room with you or on that ward with you, yeah, as the carer for that period of time. So me personally, if I didn't have the money, then SPMC would be a great option, an absolute great option, if you have time, because that time means you've got more time to worry. You can't put it to the back of your head, it's going to be there. Yeah, will it get bigger? Will it turn around and I don't know. So medical facilities in the Philippines are first class, really, really good. Whether you pay for it or whether you go public, it's really good. Now, there's everywhere you go in the Philippines, every major city, they've got really good hospitals. Manila, Cebu, Iloilo, Bacolod, Butuan, Tacloban, Quezon, Tarlac. Oh. So the facilities here are great. What you need to understand is how the process works and how you turn around and pay for it at the end. Because when you're admitted, you turn around on both public and private, you have to put 50% down. So you put 50% down of the total operating, that's okay. Or you can do a private deal with the doctor and just pay him cash, and then you just pay for the hospital. So out of 150,000, you're going to be paying 75,000. Then when you turn around and you go and do your post-op medication and your process after it, which is the OPD, outpatient department, when you go there, they will then turn around and assign you, and you pay 50% of the medication that you're actually having before you get it, and then you pay directly afterwards that you've had the medication. If it's pills, you buy it. They send you to the pharmacy and you buy it. But if you're going to a hospital to turn around and do things like chemo, half of it up front so they can book it, and then you go in, you have it, and then when you come out they give you a receipt and you pay everything else. But the experience I had this week, very positive, very positive. I'm looking forward to getting Priem back here, and we can go from there. But from Davao on a Thursday here SPMC, no, SM Langan. Take care. Like, share, subscribe, and hopefully the information I'm letting you have is positive.